Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Whip and Chat podcast where we talk about everything entrepreneurship, from the highs to the lows to the in-betweens. We don't gatekeep here, we say it as it is, and we give practical solutions that can help us to build our businesses, move it from just a single man business to a global empire. So if you are new here, you're welcome. I'm your host. My name is Shifumi Dada, and please, we are a very happy family here. We'd love you to join, to be a member of the family by clicking that subscribe button. And if you are not a newcomer, if you're a part of the family already, you are welcome back to yet another episode. Of course, don't forget to on that notification bell if you've not done so, and also ensure to give this episode a thumbs up. It helps us to get it in the faces of people that need to watch them. Alright, how's the third quarter been for you? I hope you are smashing your goals. We started this month with talking about things around, goal setting, how to bounce back when your goals fail. I hope you've been implementing the things that we've learned. And if you've not watched those videos, please go back to the list of videos under Whip and Chat podcast on this channel, and you'll be able to get the videos, have access to the videos, and watch them and ensure that you take actionable steps. So today we'll be talking about something very, very interesting, something that is very personal to me and that I know that you'll be learning a lot from, and that is creating structure. So today we'll be diving into, structure is a very big word, so we'll just be taking a part of structure today, and we'll be talking about how I was able to create a financial system or structure in order to be able to build my business. So let's do a little back of story time. When I started out my business, I started out with having structures around the recipe, around customer service, delivery, but I did not have any structure around finances, and that almost costed me my business. I remember several times when we just started out, that we are making a lot of sales, just that I don't know where the money was going to. The money was coming in, but it was difficult to track where it was going through to. So many times when we have new projects to do, at the beginning, I always have to look for means to get fresh capital to inject into the business. And in fact, at some point, I almost ran back into 9-to-5 job because, how can I be working this hard and there is nothing to show for it, quote and unquote? Because the money were coming in, I can see that, but I don't know where they were going to. Right, and so it was difficult. I almost gave up, and that is the honest truth, right? Until I was able to, put a structure around my finances, and I'm going to be giving you all the juice and telling you all the details of how I was able to do it, and also how you can be able to implement, something like that in your business. What's really happened? I remember that in 2022, I ended 2022 I was actually very broke. And that's the truth about it. So there's this retreat I used to attend at the end of the year with my friends, and with my friends, it's a ritual for us every year. We go for that retreat to plan for the new year and all that. And I remember that I went to that retreat, and in fact I could barely transport myself there. It was my brother that paid my ticket. Shout out to that guy. He has really tried for me. So it was one that paid my ticket to and fro that retreat, and I was there. I was feeling very terrible that what is really going on? Why is my finances this way? And one of the things that God spoke to me about in that season was just shining light on my finances, that moment. But I was a bit defensive initially. That what's this? That my mind is just going to my finances. Like I have to be accountable. I was like, I say I need money. You're telling me I need to look around these finances. So I wasn't paying attention initially. Also, when I got back from the retreat, and I don't eat from people, but on the last day of that 2022, I didn't have any food to eat. It was my flatmates that cooked, and thank God she told me to come and eat, that she didn't look at my previous history in that flat. That was what I was able to eat. And when I was going for crossover that year, she was even the one that also paid for the tea fare, so it was that bad. And the tea fare then was just 200 naira to church. But one thing happened before I went for the crossover service. She spoke to me about something she saw online that Shifumi, Do you know that I saw something online? Someone said that we should download our statement of accounts for the year and we see that we are rich. Oh. And she said she did that, and she was telling me that I'm not a small girl and all that. So I told myself that I'm also going to do that, at least to be able to see how much even came into my hand this year. Hey. So I downloaded the statement of accounts for just one of my accounts. And when I saw the balance, when I saw the amount of money that came into my hand that year, I felt terrible. Not because the money was low, but because I started asking myself, how do I have this amount of money pass through my account this year? And it's not that someone kept money with me. These are money that came in through my business, and I can't even account for 10% of it by the end of the year. How did this amount of money pass through my account and I'm this broke by the end of the year? So that was the light bulb moment for me. That was my moment of deliverance. I remember sitting down, after that, and asking myself question. Shefumi, why did you have this money come into your hands? What did you do with them? How did you spend it? How were you able to go about it that, made you to find yourself in? You are not supposed to be in this situation. This is just on one of the accounts. And then I called myself to a meeting, and that is one thing I need you to do. If you've not had a structure around your business, especially if you are just starting out, you need to do so now. And the truth is, you see some people that have even started out a very long time ago, they still do not have a structure around their business. They still don't look at their numbers. You can't be in business and not love to look at your numbers. You can't be in business and not want to take the pain of downloading your statement of accounts and working on it. Even if you have an accountant, you still need to work on it. So back into my story, how was I able to navigate this season? How was I able to move from that point of checking my statement of accounts? What measures did I put in place to be able to ensure that I have a solid structure around it? So the first thing that I did was that I put a stricter measure around the finances. I have to tell myself the truth that I can't be in charge of this money again. There has to be someone who is more disciplined, who can keep me accountable in the area of finances. And I remember that year, the first structure that I put in place was speaking to someone in my circle who I knew is very, very trustworthy. Please underline that word, trustworthy, right? And can keep me accountable. And I spoke to the person, opening up that, okay, this is what is going on and I need help. In fact, one beautiful thing about that season is that nobody was able to help me initially, especially that season when I was very broke. I was able to go through that pain very well in order for sense to be restored back into my head. So I had to open up to this person to say that, okay, this is what is going on. I need you to keep me accountable. So I've gotten my pricing right. I know how much of the amounts that we charge for each product that goes into production. So after any deal comes in, this part, the only part that will be with me is just the part that we need for production. But the other part that is not meant for production will go into this certain account that you have authority over. Now, before I continue, let me put a caveat. So let's say in your own case, you don't have someone that you can trust that way. Because I know that so many people are not trustworthy. They can go away with, they can, run away with your money. Why not just look at savings method? Have a lock. Most bank, has that now. Have a safe lock that you transfer that extra money into, that you don't have access to, at least for the meantime, that when if you have to access them, it will take you stricter measure to do that, right? Or have someone that you respect, that they may not directly be in charge of your account, but that you are responsible to every week or every month, that you can at least look at your books, look at your papers, and you'll be able to tell them that, okay, this is the amount you made, this is the amount you spend on production, this is the amount that went out, this is the amount that we have left, and show them that, okay, we still have this amount left in the bank, right? So you really need to I put that structure in place, tell this person that, okay, this is the amount that will be with me. Then I remember that time they had to put me on percentage. So every month, every week, in fact, the percentage was not enough, and that's the truth about it. As at that time, I have to prioritize what I need to buy for myself to eat. Like what the only thing the percentage could carry was feeding, and the feeding, it was not complete feeding. So those times that before I will work and I was like, I deserve viju choco, or I deserve to take Hollandia yogurt. All those things, they were scrapped, but it now has to be the essential things, right? So those measures were put in place, and I remember that in that season was when we started achieving big things. So, and this brings me to the point that until there are some structures you put in your finances, God will not trust you with bigger achievements. God will not trust you with bigger finances coming in, because the one that you have right now, if you are not channeling them rightly, you won't be able to come into much more. Because God is not a God of wastage. He actually loves it when people are accountable with the little He has given to them. So in that season, after putting that structure in place, number one, more clients, there was more influx of clients. Then number two, we were able to achieve big things. That was the same year that we did have NAFDAC registration. And if you think that NAFDAC registration is business, let me just break it down for you. From the money for registering each product that you pay to NAFDAC themselves, to building a factory that is according to NAFDAC standard, to pay for the other things, inspection and all those other things, to getting the product itself ready. It's huge fund, and we did not have to borrow. I mean, that year opened my eyes to a lot of things, and right now we've had stricter measures even around the finances, because after a while I had to leave percentage. As the business was growing, they had to put me on salary, and I've said it on this channel before, my first salary was 20,000 naira monthly. That's 5k weekly, right? And it didn't change until the business has grown to a level. So the higher we go, the stricter the measure becomes, which is very, very important for you to adopt also in your business in order for you to see great progress. Okay, so, and I remember that it was also at this point that we had to, when this structure entered our business, we also have to put, that was when we introduced targets. Before that time, is anything goes. If you make sales, oh fine. If you don't make sales, oh good. But right now, when I discovered that, I don't even have access to all the money. It was not like before that when all the money comes in, I can decide what to do with it. I can decide that money has come in and now I need to go and buy clothes, or I need to go and eat out. There was no longer any form of eating out. So that was the time that I now had targets. There's a quota I have to sell. We have targets, that we have to meet, and it's really, really helped the business. So if you are watching me right now, if you are listening to me and you are in that phase in your business where there is a part of your business that needs structuring, especially your finances, this is your cue to sit down and look at what works. It is your cue to sit down and put a solid structure around your finances as a business owner. Because without cash flow, without your finance being in a good state, it will be difficult for the business to grow, and it will even be difficult for you to be able to achieve everything you want to achieve in the business. It will be difficult for you to be able to attract investors to your business and even to be able to access funding for your business. So the earlier you do that, the better for you. I don't want you to wait till when I waited till before I got that lesson. But right now, if you are just starting out, start by putting measures in place. If you've been doing business for a while and you are just coming to realize this, it is not too late. Put the measures in place today and you start seeing the results. All right, I'd love to hear from you guys. How has this episode helped you? What are the structures that you are putting around your finances, either as a business owner or as a career person? What are those measures you are putting in place, and how has it been helping you? And if there are tips or a method that works for you, don't forget to share it in the comment section. So till the next time we see, please stay good. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, share it with your friends, share it with your family members, and of course don't forget to connect with me on all social media platforms at Shefumi Dada. Till the next time we say bye.